Hello, Dr. Moody, fellow classmates, VDL 856, Module 14. It's my case study about apathetic parents, and I'm Rick Hall. What do I know? Mrs. Rose is a new assistant principal at JFK School, having just completed her studies to be an administrator. Mrs. Rose finds that their new school does not have any type of parental group, even though there's been one in the past. In discussions with her principal, she learns that he has very negative experiences with parental support groups and does not really support parental involvement in the school. Mrs. Rose learns later in discussions that her principal is open to a parent's advisory board, but not a PTO or PTA. He agrees to send home invitations to parents for a meeting. Special meeting invitation is sent out to all parents on a Friday, requesting them to attend via the students. They gave a paper notification to the students. When the time for the meeting came, only 8 parents showed up for the meeting, and Mrs. Rose and her principal decided to cancel the meeting because of lack of interest. Mrs. Rose's principal also thought that the parents that did show up to the meeting were not a representative group. What do I need to know? Still in category 1. First of all, what type of school is it? Is it an elementary school, a middle school, or a high school? Because that would make a big difference. Sending home a paper notification with a bunch of elementary students may not be the best way to get the message out. What kind of community is the district in? Is it a rural community? Is it a community that's in a big city? Do they have a lot of non-English speakers? You know, those kind of things. If you have a 50% population in the elementary school of non-English speakers, they're just going to see that notification and toss it in the trash. Again, what do I need to know? Why is our principal so dead set against the PTO or PTA? As delicately as possible, I would delve into the information around that situation to try to find out a little bit more about it. And also on the evening of the meeting, was there anything in the community that was happening that caused low parental turnout? So those are a few of the things that I need to know. Identifying the problems. Mrs. Rose's principal certainly does not support parental involvement due to bad experiences with that type of issue. Notification of parents meeting may not have been handled in a way to produce enough support. Parents may perceive the school district not wanting their input or support, and that goes to, the principal, because of his lack of support for parental involvement, because of his bad situations he may have had. The community may know he doesn't want anything to do with us. And then Friday evening may have not been the optimal time for a meeting. It may have caused a lower turnout. Those are the problems. Category 2, my action plan going forward. I personally would ask permission from the principal to take the lead in this situation, to try to increase parental involvement and get the advisory council started. I would notify the 8 parents that did come that we were going to have a planning meeting and talk about how we could increase involvement. Some of the things you would talk in that planning meeting would be better notification methods, the best nights for the meeting, basic goals of the committee, and how to engage parents in volunteer activities. And then I would schedule a larger meeting to try to improve, looking back at the issues we had with the first meeting, see if we could change that to make involvement a little bit larger. And then I would take the opportunity to meet with parents individually and talk with them and stress with them the importance of your involvement and ask you to support what we might do going forward from the advisory council. And then also send electronic and hard copy notifications of parents meeting the district families and notifications in Spanish or other languages that might be needed in the district as well. That doesn't seem like it's a big deal, but gosh, here at Elkhart where I'm currently working, we would definitely need to send out a notification in Spanish. Category 3, issue resolution for student success. It's very important that the parents understand the value of their involvement in their child's education. You need to start small and try to fight over the barriers that are there, whatever they may be, from the administrator to the parents. You need to be able to show parents and administration the value of their involvement at the end of the year, and then get feedback from the students themselves. Pick a couple parents, a group of parents where they were very involved, and get feedback from the students and share that with the administrator and with administration and with the school board as well, to seek ongoing support for what Mrs. Rose should be trying to do. Category 4, debrief. My role as an administrator is to make sure you protect student rights and ensure that they're all treated correctly, and support the parents in the education of their children, and try to create an environment of trust between the district and the parents. Unresolved issues, I would say, looking at the very baseline of why the principal doesn't support parent involvement, and the underlying reasons for parental apathy. And what I was thinking when I was reading this, one of the reasons why the community doesn't want to be involved, because there's a clear message being sent by the administrator that he doesn't want them involved. So you have to flip that. You have to make sure that the community and stakeholders involved realize that they're a very important part of education for their students. Category 5, standards, component 1, promotion of academic success. Multiple studies have shown that when parents are involved in their children's education, the kids do a lot better. Working to improve the parental involvement is only going to help them get better. So in this case, because you are an assistant principal and she should be loyal to her principal, she should support him as much as possible, but also make small changes that will eventually bring success and convince him and bring him over to the view that the parents are important in a child's education. Category 5, standards, component 2, promotion of personal well-being of students. Oh gosh, this is just common sense. When the parents are more involved, the kids are going to do better, and there's going to be more confidence and trust in the district and the teachers and the programs. And when you build support for a kid, they're going to grow personally. They're going to feel confident and be able to accomplish a lot more things. Category 5, standards, component 3, promotion of community engagement. One of the reasons for parental apathy, and this is really what I thought when I was reading this, was I think one of the reasons for parental apathy may have been the appearance of negative feelings by the administration for the community involvement in the district. Once established, those things are going to be hard to change. Small improvements over time will be needed to repair that trust and support. So, the community is very important. The parents are very important in supporting what happens in the school district. And when they've gone down the wrong road, that's going to be tough to build it back up. But it can be done, with small changes. At the end of the day, Mrs. Rose needs to try to establish those small changes, as well as supporting and being loyal to her principal. And that's the end for Module 14, my case study. Thank you.